Hello everybody, and welcome to another edition of Not Good Enough. I spelled edition wrong on the last episode. I fixed it though, so now you'll never know. Each week, I write hundreds of jokes for a radio show, and I send them all in. And then at the end of each week, all of the ones that didn't make it on get sent back to me. So this is where I talk about those. But first, I thought I'd tell you guys how I was doing. So if you saw last week's video, you know that I got sick at Thanksgiving, which was a shame. But I came up with this great trick for dinner. What I did was, anytime a controversial subject came up, I would go to the bathroom. Worked, too. I ended up eating my turkey on the toilet, which wasn't the best thing in the world, but I didn't have to talk about Ferguson once, so that was pretty dope. And speaking of that, I thought I would address that because, you know, at this point in time, I have tens of loyal viewers, and it's something that does need to be addressed in a forum like this. But I live in Indiana right now, so I have a lot of Indiana people on Facebook who are older maybe, who are like a little more conservative, but then I also have a bunch of friends who are younger, and some live in New York, and they're a little more liberal, so none of the things are gonna agree, so I made two different commentaries. So right now, only watch the next 5 seconds if you watch Fox News. Alright, so this is for everyone who watches Fox News. Racism doesn't exist anymore. Now people from Fox News stop watching. And everyone who watches MSNBC and CNN, this one's for you. Everybody's racist. Okay, and for everybody else, the events that have happened across the country have been sad and tragic and confusing, and there's really nothing funny about them, except for the things I said about Fox News and MSNBC and CNN. Okay, let's get to happy things. A North Carolina man used his never-ending pasta pass from Olive Garden to eat 95 meals over the last 6 weeks. This story happened on November 9th actually, but I've just received word that he's finally pooped. That joke is great because it ages like a fine wine, because the later in time that you watch the episode, the longer it took him to make the poop. The Dutch government has urged citizens to stop urinating on the newly renovated facade of the Royal Palace in downtown Amsterdam. Don't get caught either. I hear they'll hit you with a fine and put you in one of their ovens. It's a Dutch oven. That is when you fart and you pull the covers over your head so that you can smell how good your fart smells. The Discovery Channel announced a wildlife expert in a snake-proof suit will be swallowed alive by an anaconda for their new show, Eaten Alive. My anaconda don't want none unless you've got a snake suit, hun. Oh, the anaconda is his penis. I get it now. An auction house in Germany has announced that it will be selling a watercolor painting by Adolf Hitler. The painting, called The Old Town Hall, is being sold by a pair of sisters whose grandfather bought the painting from a gallery in 1916. He bought it in 1916. In other words, he's a Hitler hipster. He liked him way before it was uncool. It just says a Hitler on it. I mean, that could be any Hitler. How could they know if it's the real Hitler? An Irish woman was denied a job in South Korea due to the alcoholic nature of Irish people. It's not like she wanted the job anyway, you know, because of them eating dogs and all. Russian newspaper The Trust reports that a Russian official has introduced a bill that proposes extending the greatness of Russia by impregnating women using the sperm of Vladimir Putin. My only question is that something a doctor does, or is it something you Putin yourself? A Colorado State University student high on Molly and cocaine stole an ambulance and then masturbated at the station after being arrested. He faces charges of aggravated vehicle theft, obstructing EMS, reckless driving, hit and run, criminal mischief, attempted motor vehicle theft, unlawful possession of a controlled substance, and assault. You know it's bad when the charges listed are longer than the description of the acts themselves. Indian Airlines SpiceJet says that one of its planes was grounded after hitting a buffalo on the runway of an airport in Surat. What's the thing about the longest cohesive sentence using just one word? Isn't it buffalo, 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 plane? It's a funny story, but it's even funnier if it's a headline for a Jets-Bills game. In case you didn't know, November 7th was World Vasectomy Day, and in honor of the occasion, doctors associated with the organization live-streamed vasectomies to the internet. Live streaming a vasectomy. I totally get why they call it Twitch now.
you've been banging ever since? What? Why? We haven't been banging ever since. What are you talking about?
No, it's for the show. It's like something my character wrote.
But like the post you did about eating that whole pizza last week?
Yeah, that was the character eating the pizza. I didn't eat the pizza. The character ate the pizza.
But you're the character right now.
But I'm filming it right now.
What?
So I'm the character when I'm on the video.
So you didn't eat the pizza then?
No, I ate the pizza, but I was in character.
You were in character when you ate the whole pizza?
Yes. Method acting.
Why does everything always have to be so meta?
I have no idea what you're talking about.